Good morning. This week I came out of the closet of shame. I introduced myself to everybody and put my face to this account that I have had going for the last few months. I started this narc recovery account as a means to work on my own healing and to help bring awareness of this type of abuse. There were a few reasons why I kept myself anonymous. Most importantly, it was because of safety. I didn't want to be found out by the narc or any of his flying monkeys about what I was up to or how I was going about my business in healing. But most importantly, there was still a lot of shame attached to the abuse that I had endured with the narc. They start this little bit of gold mining right at the beginning, where they find your flaws and things that are important and a little sensitive to you. And then they use them to shame you and to belittle you in the relationship so that you start to lose your self-esteem. Now, don't get me wrong, we enter into these relationships with the narc because there is a fracture in our foundation where our self-esteem is a little low or a lot low, and that's where they get in. But then they start this insidious form of abuse that takes over our entire being. And eventually, we're doing things that we never thought we'd be doing. We're behaving in ways that we never thought we'd behave. We're isolated from our friends and family and people who would understand that this isn't who we are. And when we do leave the narc, then we're ashamed of all of those things that we did. We're ashamed that we have this perceived outward appearance that we chose the narc over our loved ones when that was never the case. So that same shame keeps us hidden from the truth, actually, because they've done the work to keep a hold on us long after they're gone. This week for me, coming out and introducing myself to you and putting my face to the account was about releasing that shame. I did things that were a means of survival with the narcissist. I did things that I never thought in a million years I would have done, and I was ashamed for all of those things that he had put me through, as if it were my own fault. The abuse is not my fault. The abuse is not your fault. But our healing is our responsibility. Bit by bit, when you're ready, you'll release the shame and you'll step out into your own big, beautiful light, and the narc no longer has a hold on you. I hope you hold that with you today and know that you're as badass as they come.